Hey everybody, it's Matt from endsickness.org. Today I'm going to be talking about the hidden causes of eczema. This is something I have a lot of personal experience with after seeing my daughter go through eczema and going through a process of elimination to determine what was actually causing it. So, number one, synthetic fibers in clothing. Okay, this can be polyester, it could be spandex, no matter what it is. If it's not cotton, in most cases, it has the potential to irritate the skin. Synthetic fibers of any type can rub up against the skin and start to cause inflammation if you have a really sensitive case. My daughter, for example, had, before I got her, she had 2 different types of skin infections. So that made her skin extremely sensitive to everything that it encountered from there on. So if you have any type of history of skin issues or immune issues or anything like that, your skin can be highly reactive. So number one, I want to mention polyester, other synthetic fibers. So number 2, chemicals on new clothing. People don't realize that actually they're spraying chemicals on new clothing as like a sealant, as like a way to be able to protect the clothing from wear or various things. So they actually spray new clothing, whether it's organic or whether it's cotton or not. They will spray it with additional chemicals, so you need to wash the clothing 2-3 times in the right detergent to be able to get rid of these extra chemicals they put on these new clothes. So synthetic ingredients in detergent. So a lot of people are using detergents. There's detergent, they're using detergents that are synthetic. They have detergent residue that ends up being on the clothing. When the clothing is tight to the skin, that ends up irritating the skin, causing a flare-up of the eczema. So what I use in terms of detergent is 7th generation. It's all natural ingredients, no synthetic ingredients at all. And that seems to work pretty well. Chlorinated water. If you're giving your kid baths or they're using chlorinated water, that can actually dry out the skin, irritate the immune system. What I do is get a shower filter. They're $35 for 6 months worth of clean water. Is a 15-layer cleaning system, 15-stage filter. Very helpful for even when I'm doing baths. I just run the shower to fill up the bath and make sure it's clean water before she gets a bath. Dietary irritants. This can be a long list of things you could be eating that are contributing to it. Most of the time, it's the common foods like the wheat, the dairy, the corn, the nuts, the egg, meat even for some people. So various dietary irritants can contribute to it. You have to go through a process of elimination with the diet. You have to keep the ingredients as reduced as possible, and you have to go through a dietary log to see what exactly you're eating and then what things are when it's flaring up. Environmental irritants. This is something that's very real. If the kids or anybody's inhaling mold, if you're inhaling synthetic fragrances, you're inhaling any other type of something that's causing the immune system to activate or be aggravated, that can make your eczema flare up again. Another one, tight-fitting clothing. I've realized even when my daughter was wearing cotton clothing, if it was super tight to her, that it would also have the potential to start to irritate the body and irritate the skin and cause this eczema flare-up. Dry air or dry skin. During the winter, you could have much drier air, and that can lead to a drier skin, so you have to apply something that's a natural moisturizer. I prefer to use raw red palm oil. That works really well. I use a brand, I think it's on Amazon, but it's a raw red palm oil, and I think it's by Dr. Adorable, I think is actually the name, believe it or not. And lastly, a history of an overactive immune system. So if you have a history of overactive immune response, allergies, other types of issue, you're going to have a much higher probability for your immune system to be able to get triggered by these various things, and that will lead to potential eczema flare-up. So those are all the hidden causes of eczema. The big game changer for me in terms of fixing it was getting rid of these things and then adding raw red palm oil and applying that every 2 to 3 days or so until it goes away. And that was a big game changer for me. So hope this helps everybody who's dealing with eczema. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch or put them in the comments. And thanks for watching.